Listen up, guys. Let's get real for a minute and talk about Mark 12:30 to 31. Jesus keeps it straight up honest. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. Then he hits us with the kicker. There's no commandment greater than these. Feel that? This right here is the core of the whole Christian deal. Without this, everything falls apart. Now take a look around. We live in a world where God is, I don't know, like an afterthought, if he even makes it onto people's radar. And what do we see instead? Folks chasing after spiritual gurus, those smooth talkers who keep piling on rules and rituals. You know the type, right? There's always some extra step, like do this, follow that, give more, and maybe God will love you. Excuse me? Maybe? That's total nonsense. Jesus didn't hand us a 50-step manual to get God's approval. He said one thing: love. It's that simple. Love God with everything you've got. And naturally, that love flows to the people around you. But let's be real, most of us miss the memo. We make it way harder than it needs to be. Why? Because actually loving people is tough work. It takes humility, sacrifice, and let's face it, stepping outside your little self-centered bubble. Now let's talk about that second part, loving your neighbor. Here's a reality check. If you can't even love the people in your home, at your job, or those who don't think like you, how can you claim to love God? Does that even make sense? Honestly, to me, it sounds like straight up hypocrisy. So let me ask you this. Are you putting God and loving others at the top of your list? Or are you buying into this idea that God only cares if you follow more rules than a legal contract? Think about it, because at the end of the day, love is the standard God uses to measure everything. If this hit home, drop a comment and tell me what stood out the most. And seriously, share this with someone who needs to stop overcomplicating what Jesus made crystal clear. Let's get back to basics. Love like he taught us.